Hello everybody, this is Lama Caroline. I'm here at Ganshin Janchub here. So let's start by saying some NgalSo preliminary practices together. I'm going to use the prayer from the NgalSo Combined Practice book, okay? It's at the beginning of all NgalSo sadhanas. Yeah, you can also download off our ngalso.org website if you like for free, okay? The prayers, okay? So to put our mind in the right place, first we're going to say some prayers together. Who would like, okay? Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Chudan Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jisogi Pesonanki, Trola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chudan Sogi Chonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonanki, Trola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other bodhisattva perfections, may we all become awakened for the benefit of all beings. 7 limitless meditations. Samchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyudan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel dan dunyel gi gyudan drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunyel mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche nyerin jada nidan trawe tamnyola nepa gyuchi. Samchen tamche lusen gidunele soshin trayun lusen dewadan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamche NgalSo Tantric China no chukoyu dashin samane gyuchi. Samchen tamche danzan buli gikedo dadan chinaki. Shide dan dukun denpa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Purification of the sight. Tamche duni sashita se mala sohome padan. La tilta nyam pedurye ranshin jam pohone gyuchi. La dami chupeze no su sham dahani kitro. Kun san chutrin la name nanke kangu hunkya gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavate Benzasawa Pramadani Tathagata Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Mahatasa Benze Mahavidya Benze Mahabodhicitta Benze Mahabodhi Mandrapa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Vishuddhana Benze Soha Koncho Sungi Dempadan Sangedan Janju Sempa Tanche Giji Gialadan So niyon so so pena dan chenpo dan chokiyin nampa dashin sangi mikyape togi deshin nidugyuchi. By the truth power of the three jewels and the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as well as by the great strength generated by the two accumulations and by the power of the pure and inconceivable Dharmadhatu, may these offerings become real. Malusem che kugi kugyu chi du de pu je mi se jom se la no na malu yanta kyen gyu pe chom den ko che ne di she su su. 7 limb prayer. Go son ku pe go ne chat se lo no sha yi tro chu pa malu bo to mene sa di tun tam che sha ke pa ge wahanam la je iran ko wa ma to ba du le shu ne dro la chu ki ko lo ko wa dan da shen je na jan ju jen pu no. Mandala offering. Sashi ki joshi meto tram rira lin shi ni de genpadi sangye shin tu mite bowagi droku nam dashi la jepasho idam guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami. Buddha Shakyamuni prayer. Lama Gyawa Shakya Tupala Chatse Lo Chitu Kyaso Chiwo Jingi Laptu So. Calling our Guru from afar. Lama Ken, Trinchen Sawe, Lama Ken, Kyabne Kuntu Lama Ken, Trinche sawe lama ken, kyabne kuntu lama ken, trinche sawe lama ken, kyabne kuntu lama ken. Making prayer request to our precious root guru, Lama Lobsang Tubtan Trinliyapel, Lama Genshin Rinpoche. Luchuzam po pal gyuta shipa, tu jenten pehedrin leyanoda, pegedro lozam peze pachen, pal den la mehesha blaso wade, oma guru, vajradhara, Suhumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Hum Pakyo Ke Kudan Tahagilu Pakyo Ke Sudan Tagina Pakyo Ke Tudan Tahagi Dunyamechi Tujingilo Makyo Ke Kudan Tahagilu Makyo Ke Sudan Tagina Makyo Ke Tudan Tahagi Dunyamechi Tujingilo. So, wherever we are in the world, for each and every one of us, Rinpoche comes to the crown of our head in the rainbow form, dissolves through the crown of our head, and mixes with our subtle mind at our heart. So our mind becomes blessed. Yeah? Mantra of self-healing and spiritual company. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakya Muni Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, so hello, dear friends from all around the world, our NgalSo community, and anybody else who's listening. So we're going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, which is this beautiful practice written by T.Y.S. Lama Rinpoche, our root teacher. So I'm going to comment on this, okay, explain this, and also every other day of the week, apart from Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have various Zoom groups where we're going to put this into practice, yeah? So if you're interested, at the end of this week, I'll post on the ngalso.org website all the links to join in the Zoom groups, yeah? So it's easy for everybody. It's free. Everybody's welcome, yeah? You can join anytime, okay? If you like, of course, yeah? So let's continue, no? Actually, I was just reading in my notes, yeah? Rinpoche, yeah? Actually, he said that in the future, which means like now, no? He wrote this in 1993, and I was his assistant. He spoke, and I wrote it down, no? So he said in the future that this book would become incredible precious, and even just touching it, we should get a sensation of peace and happiness, yeah? And he said why he was making this book is because he wanted to reach a much wider audience than just the few of us who were sat there together with him in Milano, in the Kumpen Lama Institute in 1993, yeah? So then Rinpoche's thought expanded, and now we're doing it on YouTube, okay? That was his wish, yeah? For as many people as possible to receive his precious ideas and teachings, yeah? Why? Because the world needs it, okay? So this is second edition, yeah? Okay, in English. If you want a copy of this and you don't have it, if you go on the ngalso.org website, we have a web shop. And if you can't get from that web shop, all our Dharma centers around the world, which are on our website, you can get from there, okay? Okay, so we're on page 94, yeah? So we're going to, so last time we were talking about opening the 5 main chakras, which is a huge subject, so interesting, yeah? All this we can say so much, yeah, but okay, now we're just saying something, yeah? Rinpoche's thought was really so deep, so powerful, so profound, yeah? Last time we were talking a little bit about when you open the chakras and how it works, the relationship between the body and the mind, yeah, like in terms of Ayurveda. So why does meditating on the self-healing and opening the chakras and so on, why does it have a healing effect, yeah, on our body and our mind, yeah? And of course, may I just reiterate, please, anybody who's ill, please go to a doctor, yeah, okay? But this method, of course, is helpful as well, but don't not go to a doctor. Please seek whatever professional help you need if you have a problem, yeah, mental or physical problem, yeah. But please also welcome to do this as well if you like, yeah. Okay, so it says here, anyway, so we talked about that last time, very interesting subject, yeah. Now we're on page 94 in my book, and it says generation of the 5 syllables. So it says in Tibetan, Sabon Yige na Kiesul Gompani, which means meditating, yeah, on the way of generating the 5 bijas, the 5 seed letters. Okay, what it says in Tibetan. Same, yeah. So then it says, by the blessing of Guru Buddha and by mudra, concentration and mantra, the subtle essential energies inside our chakras are blessed and transform into the seed syllables of the 5 supreme healers. With our hands in the prayer mudra, which symbolizes the male and female energies joining, touch your crown, throat, heart, navel, and secret chakras while visualizing the seed letters, the bijas, radiating lights and nectars. Move freely in a relaxed way. The 2 hands moving together and apart, these visualizations dissolve blockages and help to take care of the central channel. As your hands move together, you open and purify the channel. As your hands move outwards, you expel negative energies. And as your hands move inwards, you heal and re-energize it by adding life and spiritual energy. Yeah? So that's actually a very dense explanation with a lot of ideas inside. So we'll look at that, okay? And then it says Om, Hum, So Ha, yeah, one version, or Om, Hum, Tram, Shri, okay? So what is all this, yeah? So let's try and look at that, try and understand what's happening, yeah? Okay? So we're going to talk about, okay, so Rinpoche here is saying now we need to put many things together. First, we need the blessings of the Guru Buddhas, which is why we do the refuge prayer, the bodhicitta prayer. We call the Gurus, we do the 7 limb prayer. We do the Guru Yoga, requesting our Guru to bless our mind, yeah? That's the main thing, yeah, okay? Then on top, we do mudra. That means gestures. Mudra means literally like seal, yeah, but it also means various kinds of gestures, which we use to create different kinds of positive emotions and to channel the energy. We have many, many different mudras in Vajrayana Buddhism. Then by concentration and mantra, all these things together, the subtle essential energies in our chakras as the energy centers, no? Are blessed and transform into the seed syllables or bijas of the 5 supreme healers, the 5 dhyani Buddhas, yeah? Amoghasiddhi in the secret chakra, Ranasambhava in the navel chakra, Akshobhya in the heart chakra, Amitabha in the throat chakra, and Varochana in the crown chakra. But now it's the bija, the seed level, okay? Okay, so we're going to talk about mantras, we're going to talk about bija, we're going to talk about seed mantras and name mantras and guru mantras and all kinds of things, actually. This is actually a big, important part of Rinpoche teaching, isn't it? He shows us like many, many different ways to use seed mantras and to visualize them within our subtle body, to mark them on the subtle body, many, 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 many different ways throughout the NgalSo system, yeah? So even though here, all it says is Om Hum Tram Hri, Om Hum Soha, I thought maybe it would be nice to think a little bit about that because actually it's a really important subject, yeah? So first, what is a mantra, okay? So mantra is, well, this is a huge subject, yeah? But let's start in an easy way. Mantra is from the Sanskrit word manas and tre or tra, yeah? Manas means mind, yeah? And tre means freedom or liberation, or we can also, or protection. Okay, so there's different etymologies of the word mantra, yeah? So generally we say that mantra, what it means is something that protects the mind, yeah? Or liberates the mind. So what does a mantra protect the mind from? It protects our mind from ordinary appearance, ordinary conception, which means normally we think in a very ordinary way, and because we have unknowing, because we don't understand reality, because we have a broken mind. Yeah, our mental computer has a perceptual fault. All the time we project a reality full of unhappiness, full of suffering, yeah, okay? Yeah, for ourselves, and then because of our mistaken actions for others, yeah? So this is no good, yeah? This is what we call our personal samsara, yeah, okay? Through our delusions, yeah, and our karma, our actions, again and again, we cycle in this emotional mess that we call samsara. Samsara means again and again. So it's like, oh no, I made a mess again. And I made a mess again the next day and the next day and the next day. Every day we make a mess of our lives because we don't understand how things work, how things function, yeah? So mantra, yeah, it protects our mind from this wrong this process of creating samsara, actually, yeah. So it will free our mind from our actions, from our karmic patterns, from our what we call samskaras, yeah, our karmic formations, our habits, yeah. We say, oh, I'm like this, my personality is like this, yeah. This is what we call a samskara in Sanskrit, yeah. It means we have like a kind of habit pattern, strong habit pattern, yeah. But what we have to realize is that we're not truly fixed as anything, yeah. We're let's say a package of many samskaras, yeah. Okay, we're not like one truly inherently existing thing that exists from its own side. So it means we can change if we change the cause and the condition, yeah. If we do something positive, we can create positive habit, yeah. So a mantra is something that's very helpful for us to change our mental patterns, yeah. Yeah, change the way we think, change the way we see the world, change our emotions, yeah, obviously towards the positive side is the idea, yeah. And so the mantra, yeah, can remove like deep-seated negative emotional patterns and karmic blockages from our mind, yeah, or let's say even from our heart, yeah, on many different levels. So it's very powerful, yeah. Actually, another etymology, let's say, of the word mantra, we can also say manas is mind, no, and tra is something like a tool, yeah. Rinpoche always used to say this, yeah, that he was giving us because Rinpoche was learning English, no, he just learned like that, you know, he never went to school or anything, so he just listened at what we were all saying. So he used to say, I'm giving you many instruments, yeah. So it's like he was giving us many tools, yeah. Tra means tool, yeah. So mantra is a tool to transform the mind, yeah. So we can see it in terms of like I don't know, these days, yeah, there's surgeons' tools, there's, I don't know, like very fine like tools, isn't there, for, I don't know, like for your computer and stuff like that, yeah. So a mantra is a very precise tool, yeah, to transform the samskaras, yeah, and to enact healing and do all kinds of incredible things, actually, because there's many different mantras, yeah, and there's many different positive applications of mantra, yeah, okay. So in NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah, which is the main teaching that Lama Genshin promotes, let's say, which is the basis of his NgalSo system, yeah, he's teaching us like the mantras, yeah, the seed mantras, which heal and transform the 5 elements, that heal and transform the 5 chakras, heal and transform the 3 what do you call them? The 3 humours, the 3 doshas, wind, bile, and phlegm, or what do we call it in Sanskrit? Vata, Kapha, and Pitta, or in Tibetan we call them Lung, Bekan, and Tripa. Anyway, these 3 energies which create our biotype, yeah? Because in order to be healthy, we need our 3 humours and 5 elements to be in balance, okay? So Rinpoche, kindly, he's sharing with us many techniques, for example, what we're going to talk about now. The bija, the seed mantras, which help to enact the healing and purification of the elements, to awaken the 5 wisdom consciousnesses, and so on, yeah? And as I've been saying recently, yeah? Okay, what is enlightenment, yeah? Okay, I'll show you a picture, okay? Okay, this is our famous tanker. Actually, this tanker is in Albagnano Healing Meditation Center in Italy. It's very beautiful. It's also very large, the original, painted by Duccio, Lama Genshin's painter, on Rinpoche's orders, yeah? So I don't know if you can see here. Here is the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, which is the transformation of the 5 emotions, 5 negative emotions, into 5 wisdom consciousnesses, yeah? And here, on this side, here actually there's the 5 fathers and the 5 mothers, and what we call divine union. Or let's find another one, okay? This is actually another tanker from Rinpoche. This is actually 2 tankers that belong to Lama Genshin. And our graphica, I think maybe Renata, she stuck them together to make one tanker. These tankers are also very large, painted by one very excellent painter called Andy Weber. And so, okay, maybe it's easier to look at this one. On this side, these are the 5 emotions, which are transformed into the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. And on this side here is the 5 elements, yeah? So they're transformed into the 5 pure forms, okay? Normally we say, okay, we have, in our modern culture, we say, oh, Mother Earth, no? But in our Vajrayana tradition, we have Mother Earth, Mother Water, Mother Fire, Mother Wind, and Mother Space. We have 5 mothers, yeah? So when our 5 emotions are transformed into the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, and our 5 elements are pure, and we have our 5 Buddha mothers, yeah? This is what enlightenment is, yeah? Okay? So anybody can do this if we follow the right instruction, yeah? It's not just like Indian people or people from the Nepal border or wherever, or Tibetan people. If we follow it, because this is what's good about Buddhism, no? It's a clear path that shows the whole path in stages from A to Z. And there's just one message here, yeah? Let me just see what it is, 1 second, yeah? So anyway, so if the enlightenment, what Bodhi, awakening, is this. We have, yeah, when we have 5 pure elements and 5 pure wisdom consciousnesses, we are a Buddha, an awakened one, okay? Hang on, let me just see, there's one message here, I need to look, 1 second. Oh, actually, oh, okay, here's a message, yeah. She said, actually, there's a message from Albaniano shop from Dawn, our friend who runs the shop, the web shop. She says, this in Albaniano, all these beautiful images, they have some technique. I've no idea how they do it, but they print like as panels, yeah. So you can have beautiful tanka, yeah. It's really, really nice, yeah. It's like a bit like the tattoo wall of the Gompa. So she says at the moment there's a special offer, yeah. So if you want a big, not like this. I mean, this is made on a photocopier, yeah. You want a really big one for your house, you can order from our web shop, yeah. And she says, on sale at the moment, special discount, yeah. I don't get a commission for doing this, yeah, but I think it's all very, worthwhile supporting it. Okay, so anyway, enlightenment is this, okay? So we need to arrive at that state. So to arrive at that state, we need to do some things, because left to our ordinary devices, we're not that, no, we have 5 negative emotions and 5 impure elements, and we are not in samsara, we are in nirvana. So there's something to do to reach that holy state, no? Okay. So anyway, Rinpoche La, he said, first, anyway, we need to develop health and well-being. So we need to bring the 3 humours and the 5 elements into balance, yeah? And also our emotions need to become more healthy. So we can use the bijas, the seed syllables, for that, yeah? Okay, and I'll explain a little bit about that, yeah? Okay. So, okay. We say bija in Sanskrit, it means like seed, yeah? Okay, so there's the idea that we have certain mantras, yeah? Like, I'll show you an example of one bija, yeah? This book is that we're doing this retreat now, so this is the book I made for me, yeah? With pictures that I like to help me improve my mind, yeah? Okay? And things that I had around my house, yeah? Okay? So, for example, let me show you an example of a bija, yeah? What do we mean? A seed mantra, yeah? So, okay, so if you look up, can you see? There's a big blue thing. That's a letter Hung, yeah? Okay? Yeah, it's in Tibetan, yeah? To this Tibetan writing, Uchen, was made in the 8th century, and it's a kind of simplified form of Sanskrit somehow, yeah? Okay, or of Kashmiri, anyway. It's what's used to write all our sacred Buddhist texts and sadhanas, okay? And we have this way of representing the Sanskrit language, yeah? So this blue thing, yeah? I always think it looks a bit like a key or something. So that is what we call a bija, yeah? And this bija, and from there, manifest different things, which we'll explain later, different states of mind, yeah? Different states of energy, different states of consciousness. Very, very interesting, yeah? Or let's look here. These are other bijas, like very famous. Om, everybody knows Om, yeah? Okay, Om, yeah? Or Ah, yeah? So super famous. And Hung, Om, Hung, yeah? So this is what we mean by bijas, yeah? So we have many of these, yeah? Okay. So these are like if you have a seed, no? For example, I don't know. If you have like an avocado, yeah? And you eat it, yeah? Then in the middle is one seed, isn't it? Actually quite a big seed, yeah? So if you plant it and you live in a warm enough country, like, I don't know if you live in like southern Spain or South America or somewhere like that, yeah? And you plant it and then there's enough sun and water, then there's the right conditions, then gradually an avocado bush anyway, will grow, yeah? And finally, if we take care for long enough, we'll be able to get the fruit of avocados and really enjoy them, yeah? So all that potential was inside that seed, no? The avocado seed, yeah? So in the same way, we say these bijas, these seed mantras are incredibly powerful, yeah? So in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, we're doing like Om, Hum. Hum's here, no? Hum in the heart here, Hum, Thram Hri, or Om, Hum, Soha, yeah? We're using these bijas to awaken the subtle energies within our 5 chakras, yeah? Within the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, yeah? Yeah, so anyway, actually so many interesting things to share, no? So hang on, let me go back to my notes, yeah? So Lama Genshin, he emphasized very, very much this kind of method, actually, of working with seed mantras, as we all gradually see as we go through Rinpoche's practice. At Christmas, no? During the Christmas retreat of Albanyano, we start and not finish to talk about this, which is Rinpoche La's, let's say, somehow last work somehow, or most complete work somehow, which is the NgalSo combined practice, yeah? And inside here is many, many, many different kinds of seed mantras which are placed on the subtle body and so on, yeah? And many anyway, so powerful, such a beautiful practice. So this thing of understanding about the mantras, seed mantras, why they're all there, is very important for us who follow the NgalSo tradition, yeah? And like, hang on 1 second, I need to get to my notes. Okay, so for example, yeah, how does a bija work? Yeah, okay. So by the way, this on my t-shirt, this says Jangchub. This is not a bija. Yeah, this is Tibetan writing. It says Jangchub, which means enlightenment. Okay. Also here in Malaga, the name of our center is Ganchen Janchub Ling. Okay, name given by Rinpoche. Okay. Okay, so this is a word, yeah. I mean, of course, in Tibetan we have, we have a language, yeah. And then the bijas are from Sanskrit, yeah. So this is Tibetan, yeah, Tibetan language, and all our mantras are Sanskrit, yeah. Okay. So in our books and pujas, all the mantras are transliterations of Sanskrit, yeah. Okay. In the Tibetan script. I know it's a little bit confusing at first, but afterwards will become clearer, yeah. But if you have any of our books on sadhanas, and I'll show you an example, for example. Let me find you one. For example, yeah? Okay, this is, okay, can you see here? This is the 5 element purification, yeah? Can you see? There's like, okay, we have to visualize various shapes and colors and so on, yeah? So, this writing here, that says like, E ho shudi shudi soha. That's actually Sanskrit transliterated into Tibetan, yeah? Okay. And the bija, the seed letter, is E or Yam or Ram, yeah, or Lam and so on. The bijas are like this one letter, one sound, yeah, okay. And they usually have what we call this 0 point on top, yeah. Let me show you a bit bigger. Yeah. Like, for example, okay, here's one I prepared already. This is actually from the when Rinpoche made the how do you say, the video, not the one that we're using now for our retreat in 1993, no? So these are the ones that we prepared for when Rinpoche first made the video of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3. So this, for example, this is a bija, the seed syllable la, and then there's an M. This is an M sound, okay? So we call this a seed letter. Actually, lam is the seed letter of the earth element, yeah? Okay, we have many of these, yeah? So we're talking about these things. So what do they do? Why do they function? And so on, yeah? Okay? Today we're going to start to talk about Om Hum Tram-Hri, which is why I've got this one, yeah? Om Hum Tram-Hri, which is not there, or Om Hum Soha, yeah? Okay? So, I was giving the example of an avocado, no? Like if you have an avocado seed, then gradually you create the right conditions, comes out an avocado, I don't know, bush or tree, whatever it is, and you can eat avocados, yeah? So we have a very interesting way of like thinking about things in the Vajrayana, yeah? So in all, I think most spiritual traditions, we have this idea of the divine word, no, the sacred word, don't we? Like, for example, in Christianity, in the Genesis, no, they say in the beginning was the word, yeah, okay. Also in the Vedas, in the Hindu scriptures, they believe that there was not a big bang, but out of one mantra arose the universe, or several mantras, the universe arose, yeah. And in our Vajrayana Buddhism, yeah, which is the union of Sutra and Tantra, yeah, we also understand that by naming things, by conceptualizing them, we bring things into existence, yeah? But not quite in the same way as it's understood, maybe as in the Hindu tradition or the Christian tradition. Anyway, each tradition, they have their own ideas, not all very interesting, yeah? In our, so let me explain to you how it works. Let me find you a bija, yeah? And I'll show you, oh, okay, I'll give you an example, yeah? We were talking about this last time. When we do opening the lotus, okay, so lotus in Sanskrit means Padma, okay? So when we open our chakras, we visualize lotuses arising at the 5 chakras. So we say, for example, Pamle Padma, yeah? Janku, Pamle Pema Serpo, Pamle Pema Nongpo, Pamle Pema Marpo, Pamle Pema Karpo, no? In the stage before the bijas in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah? So what are we doing, yeah? Okay, I'll say this again because we used this example last time, yeah? So sometimes it's good to repeat things, yeah? Because then maybe sometimes it goes in. Maybe I can find a picture. Let me have a look. Let's have a look if I have a picture of this here. Oh, okay, here, look. And this, what I'm showing, by the way, is the 5-minute condensed self-healing practice, which is the minimum thing to do if you wish to follow the NgalSo group retreat that we started last week, yeah? Okay. So can you see here? Don't know if you can see, it says, you can see underneath in the phonetics, no? Pamle Padma Janku, okay? And above, I don't know if you can see this, that is a pa in Tibetan, yeah? And above is the Anusvara, the 0 point, yeah? So from pa, le comes Padma, and in that case, Janku, yeah? So what do we mean by this, yeah? So this is showing how the process of how our mind creates reality, yeah? Okay. Okay, in Buddhism, there's different schools of Buddhist thought, yeah? Okay, in our Mahayana point of view, we have 4 schools, yeah? Vaibhasika, Tantrika, Yogacara, and Madhyamika, okay? We, as followers of Lama Tsongkhapa, we hold the view that the middle way view is the best, yeah? That we will one day realize that, yeah? That's the right view, yeah? So in our middle way view of reality, we assert that the world does exist, actually. It's not like everything is just like a mental projection, because that's what some of the Buddhist schools assert, okay? But we don't believe that everything's totally subjective. We believe there's also external things, okay, all arising due to cause and conditions, yeah. But still, our mind is very much involved in the creation of our personal experience, our personal reality, yeah. So, for example, like when we're children, no, our mother or father or whoever, they start telling us, I don't know, like a clock, yeah, and they start telling whatever, or, you know, cup, or tassa, yeah, or whatever, you know. They teach us the names of each thing, the name and the function of each thing, because otherwise we've no idea what they are, no? I mean, who knows what, if I'm a child, who knows what I might think this is? Maybe an ornament, maybe something to throw, I don't know. Who knows, yeah? But we're taught, okay, this is the name, this is a cup, and you use it for drinking or putting a pen in, or your pen's in it, or something like this, yeah? But anyway, this is a cup, yeah? And so each thing of our reality, we're taught bit by bit, as we're educated as children, what the name and what the function of things are, okay? So that's fine, yeah? But then we forget that that's what happened, yeah? So then we feel that we don't realize that our mind is involved in the subjective perception of reality, yeah? We just think everything is truly there, nothing to do with us, yeah? And everybody sees the world the way we see it, yeah? Which is, of course, is not true, but we don't understand that, yeah? Then it's a basis for a lot of confusion, a lot of suffering, yeah? So in the Dharma, no? in Buddhism, everything, to show how this is how we create reality. Like, for example, this is a, let's say, let me use another example. Let me think. Okay, lotus flower, yeah? Sanskrit flower is Padma, okay? So what we do is we take the first syllable of the name of anything, like bookmark in English, bo, yeah? Cup, ku, yeah? If it's in Sanskrit, Padma is pa, yeah? You take the first syllable, yeah? We usually try and do it in Sanskrit, by the way. Sanskrit is the divine language, much nicer than, much more refined, no, than all, much more energetic than all other languages. So we usually use the Sanskrit names of things, yeah. And we say from pa arises Padma, yeah. Okay, so then from the first letter, from the conceptualization, we bring the lotus into existence, yeah. Our perception of a lotus, yeah, which is showing the subjective element of our experience, yeah. Okay, but there's also, it's not pa, it's pam, yeah, okay? So the M sound is the zero thing, like you can see here, there's a zero, ignore that bit, yeah? All the bijas, well, most of them, they have like this zero on top, yeah? This is called an anusvara, yeah, okay, in Sanskrit, yeah? For us, we call it an M, or we call it a non-dual point, yeah? So this looks like a zero, doesn't it, yeah, okay? So this M, in Sanskrit, this represents in the sound M, okay, yeah, yeah, okay. But it represents also that things do not exist inherently from their own signs, yeah. When we say, for example, Om Sabhava Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sabhava Shuddhoham, all things lack inherent existence, and so do I, yeah. So in Vajrayana Buddhism, what we do is after we do the Guru Yoga, everything dissolves into emptiness, yeah, into the space, let's say, of creative potential. And then gradually we rebuild a pure reality, yeah. We start again because our old reality was rubbish, yeah. So we know that everything is empty of inherent existence, and we know we're doing this, yeah. We're generating this within our mind, yeah. But the argument of the Vajrayana is the old reality anyway is a mental fantasy, is a mental projection, but it's worse, yeah. So why not use this tendency of the mind to create a reality, to put it on the positive side, yeah. So in the what we call the generation stage, we build up again a pure reality where we are an enlightened one, a Guru Buddha, where we live in a pure environment, everybody is pure and positive, the elements are pure, yeah. Everything we do is for the benefit of others and the environment, yeah. So we train ourselves, yeah. We're creating this positive habit, yeah, which later on in the practice becomes manifest, becomes actual, becomes completed, yeah. So every object that we create in our visualized reality arises from a bija, a seed letter, which is the first part of the name of that thing, yeah, okay. So, for example, Shakyamuni Buddha, yeah, okay. One of the names of the Buddha is the Muni, yeah, okay, Sometimes we say Muni means the able one, sometimes the silent one. No, silent means because he knows everything, yeah. Like this expression, like still waters run deep, yeah. Like people are always talking, blah 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 blah. It's because there's not much inside, no, yeah. So really, the ones who have the great capacity, no need to, like Rinpoche, no, he just used to do stuff. He was not. I mean, he did explain things, but not like not all the time like that, no. So anyway, one of the titles of the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, you can see him above here, no? Yeah. Okay, so Muni, okay, what if we take the first part is Mu, yeah, okay. We usually use Sanskrit, yeah, but we can also use the Western alphabets. Then we put the Anusvara, the 0 point on top, yeah. So then Mu and M becomes Mum, yeah, okay, golden bija Mum, yeah. And from this seed letter of Mum, we then arise in the form of Guru Buddha Shakyamuni, yeah, or we imagine Guru Buddha Shakyamuni in front, yeah. And like this, every object within our visualized reality, our pure reality that we're trying to train our mind to perceive, arises from the first syllable of the name of everything, plus this Anusvara, this 0 point, yeah, or non-duality point on top, yeah. So this, why we always have the non-duality point is because we're Buddhist, yeah. So we want to remember that Everything is empty of inherent existence, yeah? In the Vedas, in Indian philosophy, I mean, they also have many incredible, beautiful ideas, actually. Of course, all traditions are wonderful in their own way. We respect everybody, you know? But they say, one of the things they say in the Vedas is that the Sanskrit alphabet, the vowels and consonants of Sanskrit, these are called ashvaras, yeah, which means the imperishables. So they believe that these vowels and consonants of Sanskrit are like the building block of the universe, okay, and that they can never be destroyed. That they just maybe transform into another form, yeah, okay. So we're Buddhists, yeah. Buddha Shakyamuni, okay, he was very interested in Indian culture and he took all the best bits for sure. But in this bit, he didn't agree that things were imperishable, yeah. So every single sound and letter, he put a zero, a tigli, and anishvara on top of it to remind us that all things are empty of inherent existence, yeah, okay. So anyway, there's all many different beautiful ideas in world religions and philosophies, not all interesting, yeah. But anyway, we Buddhists, we always stick a zero on top of everything, yeah? To remind us all phenomena are empty of inherent existence. All things are dependent arising, depending on parts, depending on cause and conditions, depending on naming, yeah? Okay? You know, so anyway, so in, I think all esoteric traditions, no, they believe in the power of the sacred word, no? And so do we, actually, yeah? But of course, we also recognize that the sacred words, like all other phenomena, are empty of inherent existence. That's maybe one philosophical difference, yeah, okay? So, for example, when we do at the beginning of the NgalSo prayers, we say, I'll show you, NgalSo preliminary prayers, yeah? Where is it? 1 second. Okay. NgalSo preliminary prayers, no? First thing we say, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Okay, Sanskrit, no? Namo, yeah? Namo, Guru, yeah? Bhye, to the Guru. Homage or respect, yeah? To the Guru, yeah? Homage, respect to the Buddha. Homage, respect to the Dharma. Homage, respect to the Sangha, homage, respect to the Triratna, the three jewels, yeah, okay? So, Namo, actually, is coming from namas, like naming, yeah, okay? So, anyway, so very, very deep and profound subject, yeah, okay? Like, so we're not only we're saying homage to the Guru, homage to the Buddha, homage to the Dharma, but we're saying we give the name the Guru, we give the name the Buddha, we give the name the Dharma, we give the name the Sangha. It's like we're recognizing that those beings, they have that function for us, yeah, okay? So actually, it's all very, very deep, the sense of Buddhist philosophy and mantras, yeah, okay? I'll try and share a little bit with you this time, the next few times, yeah, because it's important, because Lama Genshin use a lot, as you all know, of bijas, of seed mantras, and this kind of thing. So we need to understand a little bit how it works, yeah, okay? Or maybe you think, I don't care how it works, I'll just do it, yeah? It's also okay, but some of us, we like to understand what's going on, yeah? So therefore, you know, we need to be, what do you call it? Kedarub, yeah? Scholar siddhas, yeah? Okay, so therefore, I'll explain a little bit, yeah? Okay? So, mantras, yeah? Yoga of mantras, yeah? We can use for many different things. We can first, we can use it for healing the body and the mind, which was one big aim that Rinpoche had when he started to share self-healing, yeah? And we can also use it to take our practice to a higher level as a way of enlightenment, yeah? Okay? Actually, I was looking in my notes before I start to talk this evening. Of course, I always refer to my notes, what Rinpoche actually said, no? Yeah? And one Rinpoche always says beautiful things, no? He always said, this is 1993, why did he spend 10 years going around singing Om Muni, Muni, Maha Muni, Shakya Muni, Soha, yeah? And a few other things, yeah? So it's true, this is true, no? In the 80s, no? Lama Genshin, everybody used to call him the singing Lama, yeah? And he used to mainly give them the mantra of Buddha Shakyamuni and the 4 limitless thoughts to everybody he met, and it would also say Om, no problem, Soha, when people ask him questions, yeah. And then apart from that, he would do like mantra singing with us, no, his disciples. So like Om Muni Muni, Shakyamuni Buddha mantra, or Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Bhagishvari Mu, Om Bhagishvari Mu, Om Bhagishvari Mu, Om Bhagishvari Mu, Om Bhadrapani Hum, Om Bhadrapani Hum, Om Bhadrapani Hum, Om Bhadrapani Hum, and so on, yeah. Hours and hours like this. So actually, I was reading, no, Rinpoche said, why he did like this? He said, why? Because I'm keeping my commitment to my guru, you know. He said, I'm not going around just like that, you know, sharing the precious techniques of my lineage, yeah. You know, so the first 10 years he was actually going around healing people, yeah. And he was also like seeing if mantras and things worked with people outside of Tibetan society, yeah. Then he saw that they had very positive effects, the Vajrayana practices. Then he decided to create the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, yeah, which he then propagated all over the world, yeah, which is what we're still doing, no? So anyway, so Rinpoche said many very interesting things, which is why bit by bit I'd like to refer to what he actually said, yeah, so we get a full picture of his thought, yeah, okay? Well, as much as we can, yeah, okay? Anyway. So so we have all different kinds of mantras, yeah. We have some mantras which is to take you to enlightenment, like, I don't know, like, for example, Guya Samaja mantra, Haruka mantras, Yamantaka mantras, you know. Some mantras which is for healing, yeah, for, I don't know, like Medicine Buddha. There's many different forms of healing mantras within our tradition, especially our tradition, no, because Lama Genshin was very much interested to preserve and share the healing aspect of our Ganden Nyingu tradition. He said always when he went to see his gurus, the high lamas of our tradition, he would ask for the healing teachings, yeah. Therefore, we practice many so we have many mantras which are for healing of the body and mind, which have very powerful effects, yeah, okay. So anyway, there's many, we have mantras for making peace with the planets, with the elements. We have all kinds of mantras, loads of them. I've no idea how many, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. You can't see, but above my head, there's maybe next time I'll get it down. I've got this big book like this in Tibetan, and it's all the mantras. Well, maybe all the mantras, who knows? Maybe there's more of our tradition, but it's like that thick and that long, yeah? Okay. Well, maybe I'll show you next time, yeah? So nice, no? Anyway. So anyway, we have all kinds of different mantras. Some mantras are completely open. Anybody can do. It doesn't matter. You can even like just look at it on the internet or something. Some of them you need an oral tradition. Some of them are public. Some of them are top secret. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, because you know each one has different purpose. No, so we have many different mantras. Yeah. So regarding the mantras within the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 system, Rinpoche, he said, everybody in the world, if they like to try, they can do, yeah? And he himself said even to watch himself doing the practice on the DVD, which is now on the ngalso.org website and on YouTube, will be sufficient, yeah? So certain mantras, like, for example, Om Amitabha Hum, Om Akshobhya Hum, and so on, the Dhyani Buddha mantras and the Bijas, like Ayam Ram Lam Bam. These mantras are or Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah? Anybody in the world, if you like, you're welcome to use, yeah? Okay? And other mantras not so open to use, yeah? Okay? We have, like, you know, different ways, no? But what we're talking about now, anybody in the world who likes to try, please try and see if it has a benefit for you, no? I mean, also no need to believe, just try and then see what it does for you, no? So in the 90s, yeah, in Milano, yeah, we used to spend a lot in Kumpen, no? We used to spend a lot of time with Rinpoche doing mantra chanting, mantra singing, yeah? singing for like maybe 2-3 hours, like every evening. Yeah, we didn't have like Netflix or anything. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have Netflix. We didn't have mobile phones. So what did we do each evening? We would do puja with Rinpoche, and we would sing mantras. Yeah, and then he would maybe say some things, and then probably we would order pizzas, and we would eat them together in the Gompa. And that's how we used to, in the early days of the Kumpan. That's what we used to do. Yeah, okay. So we used to again and again. What we did this not because we were obliged to, but because we really felt so blissful doing it. There was an incredible feeling, yeah, because repeating this mantra sound, yeah, it changes the energy, it changes the emotion, yeah, and it changes it to the happy, joyful, positive, really a much higher state of consciousness, yeah, okay. And okay, so there's many of the bijas. So let's look a little bit at like the basic ones. Like let's start with Om, for example. Yeah, okay. Om, I think, is the most famous bija seed mantra in the world now. Everywhere there's Om, Om, Om. Everywhere, isn't there? Yeah, on T-shirts, or everywhere. So anyway, each bija has some very profound meaning, actually, on many different levels. Yeah. So, for example, on a very simple level, we can say that Om is something like a kind of solar energy of enlightenment. In our Vajrayana system, we say that Om is the bija, the seed, the potential from which will arise Supreme Healer Vairocana, Dhyani Buddha Vairocana, yeah? Okay, just in case anybody doesn't know who Vairocana is, let me show you a picture. Here's one of my high-tech visual aids, 1 second. Oh, actually, I haven't got one. I just can't show you one because I haven't got one. I've only got a very little one, which is, oh, here, hang on. Yeah. Back to this one. Vairocana is this white Buddha here. Okay, Vairocana is in the center of our mandala of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. And all this we're going to talk about a lot in the next coming weeks and months, yeah? Yeah, how this represents our mind, and, we need to create the samskaras of an enlightened person using the mandala of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, yeah? Vairocana, he's in the center. Vairocana in Sanskrit, or Namka Namse in Tibetan, yeah? His name means the illuminator, or the one that manifests form, yeah? Okay, so there's a very big connection with the word Vairocana and the sun, yeah? Okay. Like in ancient Indian thought, yeah, in the Vedic times, the sun was like the kind of the source of life, yeah. That's quite modern, actually. Yeah, quite scientific. Yeah, the sun is the source of life, the source of energy, the source of prana. Everything is manifested thanks to the sun. Yeah, okay. And our solar system goes around the sun, etc., etc. Yeah? They also knew that, by the way, in ancient India. Yeah. So Vairocana is the center of our, let's say, psyche. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this we'll go into later. Yeah. So Om, yeah, is like a kind of, it's actually a solar energy. Okay. Yeah, bringing light. Yeah. Anyway, all this is like so interesting, so profound. Yeah. Like I say, I'm not thinking to finish this tonight, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to spend a few sessions talking about this, and that will just touch a very little bit the surface of this. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll try to understand something together. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, most mantras, not all, but most mantras, they start with Om. Yeah. Okay. Om is like this. I don't know, it's like giving like this prana, this life to all the mantras, yeah, okay? Yeah. Also, it's the it's in the Sanskrit, no, in the Sanskrit alphabet. There's in the Sanskrit, there's actually was Om, A, E, O, R, really. It's the first of the Sanskrit consonants, yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so it's the basis of, and some, okay, so Om, yeah, it's always at the beginning of most mantras, it's starting by Om, okay? And by the way, why are all mantras in Sanskrit, yeah? Or let's say 99% of mantras, because sometimes we have some mantra with some Tibetan in it, like, for example, Migsema, yeah? Mime sewe te rezi drime kempa wampo jampal, yeah? Lupa malia jamze sewe da geten kepis ugezon kappa lozan drape shabla soete. Okay, this we say is the mantra of the founder of our Gelugpa tradition, Lama Tsongkhapa. Okay, Actually, it's in Tibetan, yeah? Okay. This is actually a verse of homage that Lama Tsongkhapa offered to his guru, Rendawa, yeah? But then Rendawa said, this is not suitable for me, and he offered back to Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? And Tsongkhapa's version was, to you, Rendawa, I offer this. But anyway, his guru offered to him like this. This is Tibetan, yeah? But apart from a few examples like that, yeah? Most of our mantras are in Sanskrit, yeah? Why do we use Sanskrit? I mean, why don't we use, I don't know, like English, yeah? Or, I don't know, Cyrillic, or I don't know, so many different alphabets in the world. Why do we use Sanskrit, yeah? So, Sanskrit, yeah? Actually, nobody knows how old it is, actually. It's definitely, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 years old. It comes from Vedic India, yeah? Vedic India is before modern times, yeah? Modern means 2,000 years, okay? So, it's Sanskrit, yeah. In its actual name is Devanagari, which means the language from the city of the gods. So it's considered to be like the divine language, the language of the Devas, yeah. In Hinduism and Buddhism, we believe that we are not alone. There is more than us in the world, in the universe. There's a multiverse in many different ways, including different levels of beings within our world. Yeah, so there's more like subtle beings, including devas. Yeah. Like Deva, actually, from the word Deva comes the Western word divine. Dev means to shine, the shining ones, yeah? Which we sort of translate as the divine ones in the West, yeah? Okay, and so we have many of these Devas, yeah? Okay, so their language is something called Sanskrit, okay? Sanskrit actually means the well put together language, because actually, grammatically, it's probably the most perfect language, yeah? Something really, really incredible, yeah? It's grammar, and it's really something else, you know? Looks like it was made by, I don't know, like by a computer or by a divine mind or something, because it's definitely not like a normal language. There's very few exceptions. It's perfect somehow. Anyway, so this divine language, yeah, it has 50 letters, not just, how many do we have? In English, I think we have 26 or something, yeah? Anyway, our most modern languages, we have like half as many vowels and consonants. Usually we have like 5 vowels, no, like A, E, I, O, and U, and then the consonants. Yeah, okay, maybe one more, one less, depending on the language. Yeah, but Sanskrit is like 16 consonants. Yeah, it's like yeah, and so 16 vowels and many consonants. Yeah, which have anyway very interesting way of grouping them depending on the vibration, the energy, where it vibrates within your body. Yeah, okay. So anyway, it's really like another level, yeah. So in the mythology, they say that the Devanagari was like a what do you call it? Like a veena, like a what do you call it? Sitar, no? And it had like with 50 strings, yeah. And it was playing this incredible music, but it was so mind blowing that ordinary humans couldn't take it, yeah. So finally, what they did is they break it in half, and they said here half is enough, yeah. So then all the modern languages with 25 vowels. 25 more or less vowels and consonants, yeah. So you can see we've had a downgrade. We don't have the language of the Devas, yeah. We have like half language, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so all mantras are in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit is all kinds of energies are encoded, yeah. So it's really, really amazing, yeah. So the Sanskrit vowels and consonants and so on, they vibrate in different parts of your head, for example, in your throat, in your palate, in the behind your teeth, on your lips, yeah, in the different chakras. They have different colors, they have different elements. It's amazing, yeah. So anyway, we use Sanskrit for mantras, yeah, and also, like I don't know if you can see here, this is the first line now of our NgalSo practice. It says Namo. Can you see? Namo Guru Bhye. This is Tibetan phonetics, yeah, of Sanskrit, yeah. And actually, the Tomi Sambhota, who is the originator of this script, yeah, in the 8th century, he went to India and he learned Sanskrit and Kashmiri and the North Indian languages, and he produced actually this one thing is he produced the Tibetan language, yeah, which is down there, yeah, but he produced this incredible system of Sanskrit phonetics, yeah, which very, very closely mirrors like music, the sounds that we have to make, yeah. So all this is the reason why, for example, Lama Caroline and the other great masters, they say we should keep the Tibetan, yeah? Why? Because there's really something important there, yeah? Which if we put in our phonetics and our Western languages is lost, yeah? Okay? There's all kinds of special information which we can write within this Tibetan phonetics of Sanskrit or in Sanskrit, which we're not able to express in any other way, yeah? Things related to the energies, how we should pronounce them. Very, very profound concepts, yeah. And today and the next couple of times, I'd like to explain a little bit what few of these profound concepts are related to the bijas that we have within the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, yeah. And then maybe we'll think, wow, so interesting, yeah. Because at first we think, what am I doing? Like, yam, ram, lam, bam. It's like, what is this? You know, we have no idea. No, we don't know. We have no experience, no. Okay, so maybe we did because we were with Rinpoche, or or just curious, yeah. But there's so many profound levels of wisdom within these sounds, within these practices, that bit by bit we need to discover, yeah. Which also, by the way, is one reason why I think Rinpoche asked us. They told us that we should stream these teachings, because all these teachings, yeah, you can hear, but only by practice will we understand truly what it is, yeah, okay? Which is precisely why we are having this massive online enlightenment experience this year, which is every day of the week. There is a Zoom group to practice NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing in the different languages of our Sangha. Not all the languages, but some of the major ones. So we have, on Saturdays, we have Portuguese for the Brazilian Sangha. On Sundays, we have Dutch and Italian, and also the American Sangha. They're also meeting on Sundays. They have a Zoom group. On Wednesdays, there's a Zoom group which actually is made by the Malaysian Sangha. So actually that group is in English, actually, yeah? From our Medicine Buddha Center in Kuala Lumpur. On Fridays, we have a Spanish-speaking Zoom group, yeah? I think, okay, so far that's how many we have, okay? If anybody else would like a Zoom group in their language, please, you're welcome to organize. We can talk about it. I can't do every single one, no, but of course it doesn't just depend on me. This is not about me, it's about we, no? So if anybody would like to make a Zoom group in any other language, we can organize how you can do, okay? If you like in French or Greek or, don't know, German, or many other languages, no? Chinese, Tibetan, yeah, whatever, yeah? So if you're interested, we can discuss how to do, yeah? Anyway, so these practices, they need to be revealed by practicing, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche said, I have given you the wisdom key, but now you need to actually turn the key in the lock, yeah, yourself, yeah, which is as Buddha Shakyamuni said. Buddha Shakyamuni said, if I could wash away your suffering like washing you with water, I would do so. If I could take away your pain like pulling a thorn out of your hand, I would do so. But what I have done is given you the Dharma. You need to practice it yourself. Is that what the historical Buddha said, yeah? Which is why Rinpoche, Lama Caroline Rinpoche, said it's self-healing. But he said, I've given you all the instruments, he used to say, all the wisdom keys. Now you need to use them, yeah? Okay? Which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to use all these incredible things that Rinpoche taught us and then see what happens, no? Like a voyage of discovery, of inner research, yeah? Okay? So anyway, we have many bija, seed letters, yeah, which are useful in the different in self-healing, no? In NgalSo self-healing, we have sutra, we have tantra, we have medicine, we have astrology, we have yoga, we have all kinds of things, yeah? So we have bijas, actually not really in the sutra teaching so much, yeah? But in the rest, we have Tayata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasangati Bodhisattva in the sutra teachings, yeah, like the Heart Sutra mantra and so on. But in the Tantra, we have many, many different mantras for different mundane and enlightened purpose. We have mantras for healing, many, many seed mantras and other mantras which produce an effect of healing on the body and mind. We have many mantras, actually many bijas, many seed mantras related to Jyotish, to the science of light, to Tibetan and Vedic astrology, and astronomy, to the Kala Chakra. Yeah? So so many, it's true. Rinpoche said, I'm giving you all these instruments, and all these mantras are like an instrument. So we need to know how to use it, yeah? Not just, oh, yes, I received the transmission of, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of mantras and don't use any of them, yeah? Okay. Also, we have the name mantra, or for example, Om Amoga Siddhi Hum, yeah? Is a name mantra, yeah? Why? Because Amoga Siddhi is the name of the Supreme Healer, the Dhyani Buddha, who transforms our samskaras, our compositional factors, into the all-accomplishing exalted wisdom, the one who's in our secret chakra, the one who's in the north of the mandala, and so on, yeah? His name is Amoga Siddhi, infallible realization. So his mantra, his name mantra is Om Amoga Siddhi Hum, yeah? Okay? This is a name mantra, yeah? So name mantra is the name with Om Hum around it, or Om something, yeah? Okay? Yeah, so many things to know, yeah? Okay, really. So Rinpoche said, don't think you know all about self-healing. People you say, oh, yes, self-healing, I know, want to do something else. But he said, actually, you don't know much about it at all. So before Rinpoche passed into the clear light, he said to us, please, let's practice more deeply. Yeah? So how we're going to know about it is by practicing, by actually meditating. Okay, one is to understand like this, no? But then to actually practice it, then we really get our own experience. It's like, oh, now I do know what it is, yeah, okay? Through our own experience, yeah, okay? So then we understand why mantra, why it's a tool, a tra of the mind, yeah? Why it's a mantra, why it's a protection for my mind from ordinary appearance and conception. So we only know if that's true if we actually have the experience, if we do enough mantras and then we perceive reality in a different way. We're no longer so influenced by the normal samsaric vision of reality, yeah? We stop creating this like drama, samsara drama every day, no? And we can do that by practicing mantra, but we only believe it when we actually have our own experience, yeah? Which is what Rinpoche suggests that we try and get this year. Hence, we're having this, who would like, welcome to join us and meditate together, yeah? And by the way, anybody can join us at any time, yeah? Okay, you're all welcome, okay? Also, Rinpoche said, you don't even need to be a Buddhist to join us. Everybody is welcome. So anybody would like, or you'd like to try for one session, you're welcome to join our Zoom groups. Or if you don't want to join our Zoom groups, the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice is on YouTube, yeah, okay? Or on our ngalso.org website, yeah? So if you're not a kind of group person, you're still welcome to do it, and all the material, what you need is there anyway, yeah? So as you like, yeah, everybody is free as to do as they wish, no? Okay, so one thing that Rinpoche used to say about mantras is actually, he used to say that when we say mantras, we're healing our breathing, yeah, okay? And so many times we're repeating mantras, and at first people think, what are these people doing? Like, for example, saying Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah, many, like hundreds and thousands of times, yeah, okay? Apart from anything else, Rinpoche used to say that by continuously repeating a mantra, yeah, we're healing our breath, our energy, our prana, our life force on many different levels, yeah, okay? Also, Rinpoche used to say that actually about the recitation of the Lama Chirpa, yeah? So in Albaniano or in our other centers around the world, in many of our centers, we have the daily or very often the recitation of the Guru Puja, written by Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen, yeah, our Lama Chirpa, very famous Gelugpa Puja, yeah. And Rinpoche, somehow he enticed us all into doing this many times, yeah. So the recitation of that, yeah, Rinpoche used to say also was healing our pranas, increasing our life energy, yeah. So what's not to like, yeah? It's free, yeah. There's only positive benefits to be had by doing this, yeah, okay. So when we recite a mantra, I don't know, for example, let's choose a very simple mantra from self-healing as an example. Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah? Or Tibetan people say Om Mani Padme Hum, by the way. And in Sanskrit, somehow you could say Om Mani Padme Hum, like pa or pe, but it doesn't really matter, yeah, okay. Yeah, this doesn't, regarding the pronunciation, yeah, okay. one is the thing you can see in the books now when we transliterate from Sanskrit into a Western language, yeah. And then there's little difference how our lamas, our gurus, the monks, and so on say, yeah. So there's no contradiction. What we see written down is exactly what the monks and lamas can see written down in their Tibetan text, yeah. So all these like marks, which we call diacriticals, which show the sound. It's like music, no, like musical notation. That's what they can see, yeah. But sometimes they have little. Tibet, by the way, it was a big place, bigger than Europe, yeah. So of course, just like in Europe, we have we have France and Germany and Spain and Italy and many different countries, no. So Spanish and Italian, you might say, oh yes, they're Latin languages, but they're very different. Let's say pronunciation, don't they? Yeah, and the same in Tibet, yeah. The different, let's say, accents of Tibet, like Kamke or Amdoke or Uke. But the sound is very, very different, yeah. So many times there's different sounds, yeah, of course, you know. And many times you might, for example, in our books, it might say, I don't know, might say, for example, Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah, okay. And then sometimes you hear them saying Om Mani Peme Hum, yeah. So they think, oh, who's right? Well, they're both right, yeah, okay. Because written, it's true, it says Om Mani Padme Hum, but our lamas and monks and geshulas and so on, they actually very faithfully, they kept what we call the lineage of both the realization and the practice through many generations, yeah, okay, in a very best way, number one way, yeah. So when Buddhism went to Tibet in the between the 8th and the 11th century of the Common Era, yeah, the Buddhism came from North India, okay. And so the masters like Atisha and these kind of people that came from India to Tibet, they had a North Indian accent, yeah. And in fact, Atisha, no, we say Atisha we say somehow Pandita Atisha is like the forerunner of our Gelugpa tradition, that he came first to Tibet, yeah. And then he started the Kadampa lineage, and then later came out the Kajupa, Sakyapa, different lineages, no, and the Gelugpas came later, yeah, our lineage of Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah. But Guru Atisha, he was actually born in Bengal, yeah, okay, which nowadays is called Bangladesh, yeah. So he had a Bangladesh accent, okay. So the way that in Tibet, in our we call new transmission, like our Gelugpa tradition, the way that it's pronounced is based actually on Bengali, yeah, okay, because that's how Atisha and the masters that came, that's how they spoke. So the Tibetan people, very faithfully, they just copy their gurus, yeah, but they actually had this incredible mind to keep everything like in a very good way. So we can hear, even now, like 1,000 years later, in the sound of what our monks and lamas say, we can hear like medieval Bengali mantras, yeah, okay. So this is why, for example, sometimes we might say Om Vadra Sattva, yeah, and then we hear the monks saying Om Benza Sattva. Why? Because that's Benza is like the Bengali version from Atisha, from Bangladesh, and in the 11th century. Okay, so it comes like this. So of course, different countries have like in Europe, no, for example, in parts of Spain, no, V and B is the same, yeah. It's not Venezia. Everything is Venezia, no. It's just like each place has some different things of the pronunciation, yeah. And each country they have something, yeah. So everything is beautiful, yeah. So if you hear sometimes, for example, we might go on YouTube and we hear somebody repeating our mantras in Sanskrit. It also sounds really beautiful, no. And sometimes we have recording of like Rinpoche or other monks and lamas, yeah. So if you like to repeat like the Sanskrit one, no, please do. If you like to follow exactly what Rinpoche said, please do. I mean, generally we should follow Rinpoche way. But Rinpoche, actually, he went to Sanskrit school in Varanasi, yeah, for 7 years. So also, sometimes he used to say actually the Sanskrit way. So Rinpoche always gave us like two possibilities, yeah, okay. So anyway, there's not anything wrong. Everything is right. That's what I want to say, yeah. So please, do your best, and yeah, that's okay, yeah. And now in our NgalSo sadhanas, we decided in our prayer books, we would fix the phonetics. We put the phonetics according to the actual oral pronunciation of Rinpoche and the other masters, yeah. And then at the back we write, the Sanskrit one with diacritical. So both is there, yeah. Everything is really beautiful. We're so lucky, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so like this, yeah. So we have our mantras. What do we use them for? One thing we can use them for is to concentrate on them. So we can use, for example, let me show you an example. Here is the bija, the seed mantra Hum, which is this. It says now in the book, no, NgalSo Tantric Hum Tram Hri. So we visualize this bija, this sound Hum, yeah. Or Haum, we'll talk about that in a minute, yeah, within our heart chakra, yeah. So if we concentrate on so it's not just like Om Tram Hri and then go on. Now we need to concentrate on each one of these bijas. We need to hold it, yeah, the sound, the vibration, the visualization, the color, the form, and actually spend some time meditating on that, yeah, becoming familiar with it, yeah. And this is exactly why we have this idea that every week of our self-healing retreat, we will do a different kind of meditation, because we have many, many different important meditations to practice, yeah, okay? Like, for example, spending time meditating on Om, Hum, Tram Hri, yeah? So not just Om, Hum, Tram Hri, we'll spend like maybe 1 hour, for example, and we do this for 1 week, no? So 1 hour or 1 day Om in the crown chakra, 1 day in the throat chakra, 1 day Hum in the heart chakra, and so on, yeah. Then we might something might happen, yeah. We might develop some concentration, we might develop some bliss, we might develop all kinds of experience, yeah. So we have mantras that create dhyana, yeah. And meditating on a sound, yeah, is a very, very powerful method to change the state of consciousness, yeah. Why? Because, for example, yeah, okay, this here, this is a Hum, okay. How is it Hum? Okay, that's a Ha, yeah. This is Achung, this is A, this is U, and this is M. So actually this is Haum, actually, yeah, not Hum, yeah, but anyway, go Hum, yeah, Haum, yeah. So if we concentrate on Hum or Haum within our, sometimes that's not there, by the way, yeah, okay. Sometimes we have a simpler version. If that's not there, that will be Hum, yeah, or Hum, yeah. But this is Haum, okay. So we concentrate on that sound, and remember, here is the non-dual point, the tigli, the bindu. So we're concentrating on Hum, 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 let's say, within our central channel in the heart chakra, blue bija, Hum, yeah, okay. Remember, we are Vajrasattva, okay. And we're doing this not for 1 second, but for some time, yeah, okay. So meditating on sound is, as we understood in the teachings of the perfection of wisdom, is one of the easiest ways to understand the nature of reality, yeah. In the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, the Gyetompa, the 8,000 verse one, very important one, there's, I don't know, maybe there's like 25, 26 chapters or something, yeah. There's this bodhisattva who's called Bodhisattva always crying. He's always crying because he can never find anybody to teach him the nature of reality, so he's crying all the time, yeah, looking for different gurus, yeah. So he goes around and asks all the Buddha disciples, please tell me something. Each one tells their point of view, yeah, but still he doesn't really get the point. And finally, in the last chapter of the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, he comes to a marketplace in one city, like busy marketplace, and there's like a market, like a medieval market, no? And in the market, like in Milano, no, they have this outdoor market, but it's a little bit raised up, no, on a platform. Why? Because if it rains, because it was muddy, because they didn't have bathrooms, they used to raise up the things to keep clean, no? Anyway, there's this platform in the middle of the market, and there is sat one guru. And this guru, he has a lyre, no? So when I used to tell this story in Albaniano, actually, our Teresa, who passed away, our dear Vajra sister, she actually had a lyre, so we would get it out at this point and play it in the gompa, yeah? But anyway, you can imagine, one lyre, yeah? Like little harp, yeah? So there's this guru in the center of the market, and what he's doing, he's playing a harp, a little mini harp, yeah? And so Bodhisattva, always crying, says, "Please, oh Guru, teach me the nature of reality." He says, "Yeah, sure." Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like this is more, maybe a bit better than that, yeah? So anyway, as the Guru plays the sound, he passes his fingers over the strings and the sound appears. And he says, "Where's the sound?" Yeah, okay. So then Bodhisattva, always crying, starts to think about it. He says, "Oh, it's not in his fingers, it's not in the string, it's not in the wood, it's not in the air, it's not in my brain, but I can hear it, it's appearing, yeah? But if I search behind the appearance, I cannot find anything, yeah? Okay? So in this way, he understands the nature of reality. He gets his first breakthrough experience, yeah? When he enters the first experience of reality, the path of seeing, yeah? Okay? And from there on, he can continue to meditate, go through the bhumis, and finally get enlightened, yeah? So meditating on mantra, sound, is an incredible, powerful method, yeah, to understand the nature of reality, yeah? And this is why all bijas have the anushvara, the non-dual point, the emptiness, zero point here, yeah? To remind us all things are empty of inherent existence, yeah? If you look for things, if you look for an inherent nature, a nature existing from its own side, yeah, that does not depend on cause and conditions, on naming, on you being there, yeah, all you'll find is a big fat zero, yeah. That's why it's a circle, a zero, yeah. And as I said many times, this zero, yeah, okay, actually, zero is Arabic. It's an Arabic word. The origin of the word zero is shunya in Sanskrit, yeah. But anyway, by the time it got to Arabia, it was zero, yeah. So we called zero. So also in our mathematics, shunya, zero is shunya. Everything is empty of inherent existence. Without this, we couldn't have done mathematics. We couldn't have made computers. We couldn't have smartphones and computers and streaming and everything, yeah. So emptiness is apart from anything else, it's super useful, yeah. Okay. As Nagarjuna said, if you understand emptiness, everything is possible, yeah? So all marvels of technology came out when they understood, they put the 0 point, yeah? The shunya into mathematics, yeah? Anyway, it's true, no? So many interesting things, no? Anyway, so we meditating on the sound of mantras, so powerful, and not just any sounds, no? Yeah? We're using sacred sounds that have a special pure quality, yeah? Next time I'll explain more about what the sacred pure quality of the bijas are, yeah? Okay? And as we recite mantras, yeah? Okay? Mantras are related to prana, to inner energy, okay? Yeah? When we say a mantra, no, we need to use our breath, no? Breath is prana, breath is life energy, okay? According to our Vajrayana or medical conception, yeah? So as we recite a sacred sound, positive healing sound, we revitalize the body and the mind and the speech on the gross, subtle, and very subtle levels, which is like NgalSo, isn't it? Yeah, okay? So we're recovering many energies that we lost, yeah, by reciting bija mantras or name mantras and so on, yeah, okay? So how do we lose our speech energy? So let's have a look at that, yeah? This is NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket, which is the book that's supposed to come after the next book after NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, or it used to be, yeah? Now we have a different arrangement, but anyway. 1 second, yeah? So in the sutra teachings of Buddhism, yeah, we have sutra and tantra, yeah? We practice Mahayana Buddhism, yeah? Okay, Vajrayana is a little bit important section of Mahayana Buddhism, yeah? So in our sutra teachings, we say, okay, we need to practice ahimsa, non-violence, yeah, okay? We need to take care of our behavior, yeah? Yeah, this is basic Buddhism, no? Don't harm yourself and others, yeah, okay? If possible, try and help them, yeah? But definitely don't harm them, yeah? Control your mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha, of the Lord Buddha, yeah? So anyway, from this basic idea of ahimsa, they come out this thing called of Buddhist ethics. Yeah, so there's many different formulations of this, but we can say basically, to be very simple, there's 10 things that we either 10 things we should avoid and 10 things we should practice. Yeah. So we have 3 things of our physical body that we should not do. Yeah. And 4 of speech and 3 of mind. Yeah. Okay. Lama Caroline understood this idea that we should not do. We're completely blocked. Yeah. We do not like it, even not at all. Yeah. So Rinpoche said, okay, NgalSo. Yeah. NgalSo in Tibetan means relax. Yeah. Or rest, be at ease. Yeah. Or recover the energy that's lost. Yeah. Take a rest. Yeah. So he said everything can be understood like this. The first syllable, Nel, I don't know if you can see here. Yeah. I'll show you an example. Okay. Here. Can you see here? It's a listen. Okay, NgalSo. This is Nel in Tibetan. Yeah. Okay. So it says the first part of the word is what we should not do. Why we should not do it is because we create suffering and unhappiness for ourselves and others. So it's not a good idea. Yeah, we're not being, like this, but it's just like we're showing the consequence of action. Yeah. Then everybody has the free will to decide what they want to do, but based on wisdom, not on ignorance. Yeah. So this is our Buddhist idea, not saying you should not do this. Because anyway, if you say you should not do this, usually it makes people do it. Yeah. So it's not working like this. Yeah. Okay. In these modern times, in the Kali Yuga, in the spiritual winter, you should not doesn't work very well. So Rinpoche instead, Lama Caroline Rinpoche said, how about saying what you should do? Yeah. So he said NgalSo. So is what we should do to create happiness, well-being, joy, comfort, ease, better environment. So he said, we don't want to think about thou shalt not, just think about what you should do. Okay. So that sounds a lot more palatable. Yeah. In order for life to be okay, to be nice. Yeah. So for example, yeah. How do we lose our speech energy? Okay. We're saying mantras revitalize our speech energy. Yeah. So according to the Mahayana teachings, yeah, there's 4 main ways that we can damage our speech energy. First one is lying, yeah, okay. Next one is dividing people, yeah, like using our words to divide friends and even friends, nations, groups, and so on. The third one is gossiping, yeah, and the fourth one is slander, yeah, okay. So yeah, we shouldn't. Why we shouldn't, apart from any other reason, why we shouldn't do it is that we lose all the energy of our speech. Yeah, and also of course it brings many positive and many negative consequences. I'll give you an example. Yeah, okay. Like from NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, page 231. Yeah? Rinpoche in this book he explained all the things we need to develop, like stars. Yeah, like starlights. Yeah, he said he wanted to make a wisdom planetarium. No. So each time we need like one more light, one more star to awaken within our mind until our whole mind is like a galaxy of brilliant points of consciousness, or finally full light. Yeah. So it says here, first is the negative side, what we don't want, and then is the positive side. So it says, 5th, starlight. Yeah. Okay. The dark karmic result of divisive speech and the crystal light of harmonious speech. Yes, I'll read you one of these as an example. And if you're interested, you can look in here. Yeah? Nel, the result of the self-destructive, dependent arising cause and condition of divisive speech is too expensive. Yeah? Dividing friends, gurus and disciples, teachers and students, parents and children, societies, business partners and countries, through sharing negative information, causes people to suffer a lot. It results in our mind becoming dark and heavy, and we suffer. Our personal relationships become difficult and disharmonious. And he says the fax and the telephone always break down. Yeah? So if you have telecommunication problems, that's why, karmically. Yeah? We experience our outer and inner world as very difficult, mountainous, and without roads, like the communication is difficult. Now. We become very tired, always struggling to communicate and receive ideas and information. We need self-healing, not self-cherishing. So, okay, so what do we need to do? So we need to, it says so. We need, so, not so as in English, NgalSo, yeah? Now we need the positive side. So it says, we need to transform this negative energy into the positive, dependently arising, self-healing cause and condition of using harmonious speech and positive information, to bring harmony, peace, and happiness to all those we meet. As a result, our mind becomes very light and blissful, and we find it easy to communicate with others. Subjectively, we experience our outer and inner world as very level, smooth, and we have good communications both physically and emotionally. Okay, so anyway, so in here it explains lots of these interesting things. So, moral of the story is we should be nice to everybody. We should only, Rinpoche said, no? Peace with everything, everything with peace, peace, speech, okay? Yeah, always we should use, Rinpoche always said we should use like sweet words, gentle words, He said, otherwise he said sometimes we use like negative words, and he said it's like, I don't know. He used to say like with our eyes, if we look at somebody badly, he said it was like pointing a gun at them, Why? Because people can feel it even if we don't say anything, And with our words, we can do incredible damage or we can do incredible healing, So we should always respect, we don't need to agree with everybody, but we should have respect, Always respect all gurus, all teachers, and of course, in the world, in the samsara, there's many political points of view and things like that. But anyway, if we're just completely against each other, there's no way to communicate, no way to make a solution, is there? So we need to have mutual understanding and tolerance, as a basis of discussion, okay? Without that, it's not possible, no? So always we may not always agree with the other people, but we always need to have soft speech, gentle speech, harmonious speech, This is our Buddhist way, okay? And Lama Caroline himself, he embodied that, I never heard him say it, really. I never heard him say anything bad about anybody in 30 years, no? He truly did that, So it means we should do too, no? He showed us what to do, no? Like that's why he was our master, our spiritual master, because he showed us how we who don't do that, how we should behave, how we should grow, no? So we need to transform our speech, So if we're interested in mantras, like we always say, no, okay, we like these high realizations, but we need the basic building blocks, So in the case of mantra, for mantras to work, we need the basic building block of we need to use our speech in a positive way, in a soft way, in a sweet way. Instead of lying, we need to tell the truth, Instead of slandering people, we should talk about their good qualities, okay? Instead of gossiping, we should spread positive information, Peace times, peace news, And instead of divisive speech, we should use our speech to put people together, to find solutions, So these are the basic building blocks we need for our mantra practice to be successful. Otherwise, it's all very well saying Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, and then as soon as we stop, we start gossiping and slandering. It's not working, no? We need to be coherent, no, on the different levels of our being, no? So a lot of us are interested in mantras. I think, I'm going to speak nicely. Why? Because I want my mantras to work, Because if not, I can make millions of mantras and nothing will happen, Okay? So that should be a strong incentive for us to use our speech in the correct way, Okay? Anyway, so many incredible things, So if we do a mantra, for example, like Hung, Om Hung Tram Free, or Om Mani Padme Hum, or Om Amitabha Hum, the mantras within NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, the practice of these mantras will gradually calm and pacify and integrate and transform our mind and our emotions, Many positive things will happen, Okay? And as Rinpoche said, no? There's actually 2 stages, First stage is to develop health and well-being of body and mind, And then the second stage is to go further and achieve nirvana, to achieve enlightenment, So that's why Rinpoche very often, when he was talking about self-healing, he said, let's talk more about the first level, Why? Because it's nearer to everybody's everyday experience, Because if we talk about getting enlightened, it's kind of little far, no? Whereas if we talk about, my emotions are better, I'm more joyful, my health is better, then it's something we can see, no? Like see and feel and experience directly, yeah? Then it encourages us to continue with the practice, yeah? Anyway, like this, no? So many incredible things, yeah? So, like I say, I'm going to have to continue this next time, and I don't know how many times actually, because this is a huge subject, yeah? Rinpoche, he just opened the door for incredible things for us, but then we need to go through and experience and use, no? So I was giving the example of Hung, no? Okay, Hung, yeah? So Hung is what we can call all kinds of things. It's a tantric bija mantra, seed syllable mantra, as we call in self-healing, no? Also, it's, how do you say? Well, when we repeat these Om Ahum Tram Hri or Om Ahum Soha, yeah? Also, what do these bijas do? Okay, now I'll say very short something, and we'll continue next time. One thing they're doing is opening the chakras, yeah? They're enlivening the prana, the energy that's already within the chakra, within our subtle nervous system, yeah? Okay? And these energies, they gradually, let's say, take form in the form of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, yeah? 5 Dhyani Buddhas and the 5 mothers, yeah? Which represent aspects of awakening, aspect of enlightenment. So I don't know if you can see here, no? Blue Buddha, yeah? This is Akshobhya, the unshaking one, yeah? So the Hung is the seed energy of Akshobhya, yeah? So it means all the qualities and energy and everything of Akshobhya, when it arises out of the Hung vibration, yeah? Yeah? Anyway, so these are seed syllable mantras, we call them, tantric mantras, prana mantras. Prana is lung energy, no? Because they're working with our energies, yeah? The energy currents that sustain our life, yeah? So this is, Rinpoche used to say, you know, this is actually science, you know? It's not just, I don't know, some funny people sitting in a corner doing strange things, yeah? This is definitely we can say one form of science, because in science, no? You need to research, yeah? And also you need to be able to produce results that are replicable, that you can repeat, no? For something to be a scientific discovery, yeah? So in our Mahayana and Vajrayana system, yeah, which, for example, of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, it produces results that can be replicated, that in fact anybody can do if you follow the right instruction, which is why it's a way of enlightenment, yeah? Which is why it's good, no? This is one good thing about Vajrayana Buddhism, yeah? If there was only Lord Buddha, Shakyamuni, 2,600 years ago, who achieved Buddhahood, Bodhi, awakening, and nobody else could do it, and it was only him, then it wouldn't really be so interesting, no, as a spiritual path, yeah? Because you might think, okay, he was there, you know, okay, he descended from Trishita, he's a 10th ground bodhisattva, me, no chance. But no, that's not at all how it works, yeah? The Buddha, Siddhartha, no, was a prince, Nepalese Indian prince, yeah? He showed a path that each and every one of us can do if we like, of course, yeah? Doesn't matter if we're man or woman, old or young, rich or poor, east, west, north, south, doesn't matter. Each of us have a body, have a mind, and if we understand how to use positively, each one of us can achieve awakening, enlightenment, yeah? So it's scientific, no? We're a series of experiences that can be replicated. That's why Rinpoche said this is inner science, this is inner research, yeah? This doing a retreat, no? The self-healing is inner research, yeah? And what we're trying to do is not just maybe have one experience one time, that's all super exciting, yeah? But it's to have an experience anytime we want, yeah? Because we know how to turn the wisdom key and how to transform our mind, our energy, and so on, yeah? So that's why it's a scientific discipline, actually, yeah? Okay, maybe we're not wearing like white coats and stuff, but we are actually, I mean, okay, here's my laboratory, no? It's true, no? It hit my body and my mind. It is my laboratory of self-healing, yeah? And your body and your mind is your laboratory of self-healing, yeah? So anyway, so Rinpoche gave us this incredible treasure. Now we need to do some research and find out what it is, yeah? Okay? It's like if somebody gave us like a super laptop and we don't even know how to switch it on, no? needs some time to understand what's there. So it's the same with our body and mind. But why not? Actually, the instructions are clear. But we also need to spend some time practicing, which is why we have the Zoom groups. So everybody's welcome to join there. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to continue this on Thursday and maybe some time after. Any questions, anybody? Yeah? Let's have a look. 1 second. Okay, so yes, mantra linguistics 101, yes, and then next week is 102 and then 103. It's really, really interesting, For 2.5 years, I went to try to learn something about Sanskrit, I went to one school of Tibetan translators in one Dharma center in southern Spain, a school called ITAS, So interesting Sanskrit, And also Lama Genshin himself was in the Varanasi Sanskrit school, And also actually Song Rinpoche, Lama Genshin's guru, Kyabje Song Rinpoche was the principal of the Varanasi Sanskrit school, and then what later became the Tibetan Institute of Higher Studies, very important school of Tibetan knowledge, And one thing that Kyabje Song Rinpoche's guru, said, is that now that the Tibetans are back in India, they shouldn't, it's like, they were in many centuries in the Himalayas, not so much going to India, it's too hot and all this, but now they're back in India. It's very good to, to understand more of because also the Tibetan people, it's 1,000 years since the Panditas went to, from India to Tibet, So there's this incredible knowledge within the mantras of the Tibetan tradition, but also for many Tibetan people, many Tibetan friends, maybe they don't know because it's like an ancient knowledge. So Kyabje Song Rinpoche said, all of us Tibetan people, Western people, let's pay attention to the mantras, their true meaning. Then he said, really, there is one wisdom. So he said we should make an effort to understand, the science of mantras. So Lama Genshin, he just did it, he just made us do it, whether we understand or not, Anyway, we got many incredible feelings, So bit by bit, we try these days now. We look a little bit at this, But like I say, for this week, this time Tuesday, what did we conclude? Bija seed mantras are very important. They have a 0 point, a non-dual point on the top, which means we should, apart from the fact it's a sacred sound with many energies, means we should always, every sound is a manifestation of emptiness. All things are dependent arisings. So that's a very important wisdom key that we can use. When we're using Bija's seed mantras. Then we discovered there's seed mantras. Like Om Hum Tram Hri, Ayam Ram Lam Bam, this kind of thing. Then there's name mantras like Om Akshobhya Hum, Om Amitabha Hum, and so on. So there's many different kinds of mantras. Oh, one thing before we conclude today. Why in the book of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2? No, is it Om Hum Soha and Om Hum Tram Hri? Why is it just not one? Why did Rinpoche write 2 systems? Well, within our Galupa Vajrayana system of Tibet, we have many different tantric mandalas of the Guru Buddhas of the highest Yoga Tantra, the Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantras. Now, generally, a mandala is, let me show you, something like, actually, a mandala is usually something like this, like 5 Dhyani Buddhas, like this, arranged geometrically in this kind of circular or square form, that's an external mandala, And, for example, this, would be Om, Hum, Tram, Hri, like this, Whereas there's other kinds of mandalas where the bijas, the seed letters, are Om, Hum, Soha, Now, there may be some exceptions to this, but generally the ones I saw that I remember that have Om, Hum, Soha were mandalas where they had female Guru Buddhas, And the ones where it was Om Hum Tram Hri was where there were male Guru Buddhas, although may possibly be some exceptions to that, yeah? But as far as I remember from looking at many, many different mandalas, it was always like that, okay? So in our self-healing system, yeah, sometimes it says Om Ahum Tram Hri, and so there's two different systems, yeah, okay? And Rinpoche always said, leave it like that, yeah, okay? Why? Because because we have this, Rinpoche showed us the possibility to do self-healing in the form of any yidam, any Ishva Devata, any meditational deity, yeah? For example, Tara or Chenrezi or Avalokiteshvara, or there's many, no? Many different yidams, yeah, okay? And in our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, no? It says at the beginning, after the Guru Yoga, Om Sobhava Shuddha Sawadama Sobhava Shuddha, we're dissolving to emptiness, and then probably from Hung, we arise as Vajrasattva, the pure crystal being, okay? Yeah. And then we generate the seed letters and the Dhyani Buddhas within our chakras, yeah, okay? And we transform our emotions, yeah, which has an effect on our body and mind, yeah? Now, if we say, for example, if we're a great fan of doing Buddha Tara, yeah, so must do every day the practice of Tara, yeah, and we have received the Jainang, the initiation, or the Wang of the Chittamani Tara, or whatever, then we can do self-healing in the form of Tara Chittamani or Tara, no? Okay, and then we do Om Ahum Soha, yeah? Or I don't know, let's say, for example, our thing is Guru Buddha Yamanturka, yeah? And cannot miss Yamanturka, yeah? For a day without Yamanturka would be a very bad day, yeah? We must have the energy. It's true. When you practice your yidam, yeah? You cannot, it's like you need it, yeah? It's like, it's the practice that really speaks to you on so many different levels. And in the end, it's not because you have to do it. You want to do it because you just feel so immensely better doing it. And it's the whole day, if you don't do it, is very flat, very boring, nothing, no energy, no? Yeah. So if your thing, for example, some of my friends are very many years practicing Guru Buddha Yamanturka, no? So if Yamanturka is your thing, yeah, then you can do Om Ahum Tram Hri, yeah, and imagine like the 5 Dhyani Buddhas inside your 5 chakras, yeah, okay? It's possible. It's very possible, yeah, okay? So self-healing, yeah? It's kind of like, it's a practice, a complete practice, yeah, by itself, yeah? But also it can be applied within and in conjunction with many, many other kinds of practices, yeah? So, for example, yesterday one friend contacted me and he said, actually, my thing is Yamanturka. I love Yamanturka. I cannot miss Yamanturka, but I want to do the practice of self-healing as well. What shall I do? So, easy, no? In fact, very easy, because Lama Ganshin, he made one sadhana of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing of the 5 Yamanturkas, yeah, okay? Let's do that, yeah? So anyway, so beautiful practice, and actually when I first met Rinpoche, okay, 30 years ago, okay, I'm a little baby Galupa now, and we're trying to do solitary hero Yamanturka, yeah? And we heard there was this top secret, super secret practice of the 5 Yamanturkas that nobody had ever heard of, yeah? But anyway, I'd drawn some pictures, yeah? And I coloured them in like white, yellow, red, green, and blue, yeah? And one day, Rinpoche, when I first met him, he came to my house and he saw these 5 Yamanturkas and he was like, oh, fantastic, yeah? And I think this is one of the tendril that got me the job of working for Rinpoche, yeah? Because Rinpoche, he liked very much one practice called the 5 Yamanturka practice from one of the great masters of our lineage called Gyawa and Sapa, one of the Panchen Lamas, yeah, okay? Yeah? And so, anyway, and many things somehow from our self-healing practice, Rinpoche based from the 5 Yamanturka practice of Gyawa and Sapa, yeah, okay? Anyway, more about this later. So whatever is your practice, yeah, you can, I mean, if you want to be if Vajrasattva is your practice, you can be Vajrasattva, of course, wonderful, beautiful. If your thing is, I must be Buddha Shakyamuni, then you be Buddha Shakyamuni with 5 Dhyani Buddhas. If your thing is, must be Tara, cannot miss Tara, Tara with the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, and so on and so on. Of course, bearing in mind that you have to have had the Jainang, the initiation, and so on. in order to do that way. If you haven't had the initiation, then you need to arise in the form of Vajrasattva. Like Rinpoche said, imagine yourself, like even your ordinary self, but kind of like a hologram, yeah? Okay, to start with, yeah? Okay. So it depends, no? But there's many, many different ways to do this practice, yeah? Okay. Hang on, there's a question here. It says, why is Rinpoche sitting looking at the wind area? I don't understand what the question is. I'm sorry, yeah? In this healing practice, I'm sorry, I don't understand which picture you're referring to. Yeah? There's so many different images. Maybe we can discuss that next time. Also, by the way, also in the Zoom groups, yeah, we also have space for question and answer, and we have translator, don't worry. So, for example, on Saturdays now, we have the Brazilian Zoom group, and we do self-healing in Portuguese. And then, okay, we're going to do each time a different meditation to get some more experience. Yeah, like, for example, bija or something, yeah. We're also leaving space for question and answer. So if you, there's also as many opportunity to ask questions, yeah, okay? Not just here on this here's not much time to ask questions, no? Because I'm mainly talking, yeah? So the Zoom group's nice because it's more interactive, yeah? Yeah. So I'm sorry, the last question I didn't quite understand, but maybe you can explain more clearly the question to me later and then I'll reply another time, okay? Okay. Anyway, and I think now we're almost out of time, yeah, for today. So let's dedicate, yeah? So we're going to make, 1 second. We're going to make the healing, let me find the folder. I'm going to repeat the dedication prayer of Shantideva from the 10th chapter of Bodhisattva Shantideva's Bodhisattva Charya Avatara, the 10th chapter, not all of it, but there's some verses in there which specifically relate to healing, yeah? So Lama Genshin Rinpoche, he, for the last 2 or 3 years of his life, he was saying this all the time, yeah? He must have had a premonition of what was going to happen now with the pandemic and all that, yeah? And of course, even after the pandemic, there's always people who are sick, who are suffering, yeah? So let's say that together. Hang on. I'll say it in English, okay? 1 second, I'll just find it now. Okay. Okay, auspicious dedication, Shantideva Bodhisattva Charya Avatara, chapter 10, yeah? Verse, okay, 10:21, yeah? These, some verses taken out, yeah? Rinpoche chose, no? May every being who is sick with disease be freed at once from every malady. May every sickness that afflicts living beings be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicines be full of strength. May our secret words of power, our mantras, be chanted with success. May the bacteria and virus that feed on the flesh be kind, their minds full of pity towards us. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and minds have, by virtue of my merit, our merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as space exists, as long as there are migrating beings, for that long may I continue to be reborn, to drive away the sorrow of the world. The pain and sorrow of all migrating beings, may they ripen wholly upon me, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. May the Dharma, the only cure for sorrow, the source of every bliss and happiness, be blessed with wealth, upheld with veneration, and continue for a vast amount of time. Okay? So important, yeah? And so like Rinpoche, no? Rinpoche, he's taken this bodhisattva commitment, no? To return again and again throughout the ages, in fact, until the end of time, until we're all enlightened, awakened, yeah? And also he took upon himself the pain and the suffering of others, yeah? Throughout his life and especially at the end of his life, yeah? Okay? Okay, now we're going to do the NgalSo dedication prayer. So I'm going to use, again, the one in the NgalSo Combined Practice. So I'm going to go to page 113 in the English edition, yeah? Okay. Prayer for the long life of all the great masters. Jetsun Lame Kutse Rapten Chin Nan Katrin Lehe Chu Chu Ge Padan Los Santem Pedro Mesa Suki, Droe Munsa Hata Tuneguchi. May all holy teachers and gurus have long lives. May their enlightened activities be fully displayed in the 10 directions, and may the brightness of the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa continuously dissipate the veil of darkness covering the beings of the 3 realms. Short succession Guru Yoga. Lama Kuncho Sona Kyab Suchi Rani La Sadonil Sonecho Dona Chosonyecho Da Da Don. Shambhala dedication. Dona diso nampage weso. Jine sapane hinyo duda. No banso shambhala gene. La mehelangirin patashishu. Ni modele sendele. Ni me kohoya handele shin. Ni senta hatu dele pel. Concho sungi jingi, concho sungi neutruso, concho sungi tashi. Nigme sewe, te chen rezi, 3 me kempe, 1 po jampe, 2 po malu. Jom se samweda kanchen gepe su ge songkap lo sandrape shabla sowade. Thank you all very much for listening. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock European time, we have our Kuala Lumpur group in English, doing self-healing in English if anybody's interested, yeah? If not, Thursday we have this teaching again at 7 till 9 European time, and on Friday we have our Spanish-speaking Zoom group. Anyway, it's on the NgalSo.org website. Everybody's welcome. Thank you all very much for participating. See you all soon. Hope you have a very good week with many inner lights, as Rinpoche would say. See you all soon. Thank you very much, yeah?